Hey guys, welcome back to the channel as always. Now in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 LEGO investing lessons that 2022 has taught me. So let's jump straight into it with lesson number 1. Okay, so lesson number 1 is that LEGO helmets remain lucrative for LEGO investors. Now this is the second year running that we've had some LEGO helmets retire. The first year was 2021, where we said goodbye to the TIE Fighter, the Stormtrooper and the Iron Man helmet. Now straight out the gate, those 3 helmets did amazing. I mean, even by LEGO investing standards, the TIE Fighter helmet went from the retail of 55 to about 140, 150 within a matter of months. I mean, that's crazy even by LEGO investing standards. Now, as those 3 helmets did so well, I was quite concerned, well, a little bit concerned, that the 5 helmets retiring at the end of 2022 might experience something called LEGO, I'll label it LEGO helmet investing fatigue. Basically that being that so many people saw the success of the first 3 that everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon thinking that these helmets are safe, reliable investments, and in time they'd be very oversaturated, overhoarded, and the helmets that retired at the end of 2022 just basically wouldn't perform near as well as the first 3 that retired in 2021. Well, I'm happy to say that is not the case overall. The majority of the helmets, 3 out of the 5 helmets that retired at the end of 2022, have all done exceedingly well, similarly following the pathway of the first helmets that retired. 3 of them have all done amazing quite quickly again, and those 3 being the Boba Fett helmet, the Scout Trooper helmet, and the Carnage helmet. So let's just look at my iPad here. I mean, the Boba Fett helmet had a retail of £55, and this is already going on eBay for about 80 to 85. And I mean, that Boba Fett, you'd be foolish to pay 55. That was commonly available on 3 for 2 deals. I mean, also commonly discounted about £40. So if you paid it for anywhere near that 40 or 33% off for about £33, I mean, you're netting over 100% return on investment already on that one, which is, I think that's crazy because that Boba Fett helmet was out for like almost 3 years, but the demand is there. Scout Trooper helmet, that one had a retail of 45, but I said this was very commonly discounted again on 3 for 2 offers to about 30. You could always get this thing for about 35, and that's now selling for 65 to 70. So again, if you paid that cheap price point, again, even in a matter of months or I think days entering into 2023, you'd be making 100% return on investment. And then Carnage, which was more difficult to get discounted in the UK, at least because it is exclusive to Zavvi, or was, I should say, in the past tense. But again, that was commonly discounted to £47.99, had a retail of 55, and that's selling for about 80 to 85. So again, a really nice return on investment on that one. But again, even that Carnage helmet you could have got through 3 for 2 offers from Zavvi. They sold out quite quickly, but if you're fast, you could have got that helmet as cheap as £33, which would have been amazing if you did, because as I said, it's now selling for 80 to 85. So that's the good part of the helmets that have retired. The bad news is 2 of the 5 haven't yet done so well, and those 2 are the DC helmets, both Batman helmets, the Batman cowl and the classic Batman cowl. Now, if we look on eBay, the Batman cowl had a retail of 55, and that's selling for about 45 to 47.50 on average after fees, etc. So you're making a loss on that one if you paid retail, but again, hopefully you didn't because it was discounted many times. And the classic Batman cowl, I won't even look on eBay for that one because in Europe at least that is still available at 30% off for like $38.49 or something like that, and that's been at 30% off for quite some time. So that is disappointing when it comes to the DC helmets, but it's still early for the Batman cowl. I think Batman being a universal popular character, it will eventually yield a positive return, just not yet. The classic Batman cowl, on the other hand, being exclusive to Smith's Toys in the UK as well, The fact that's still available suggests that one hasn't yet done. So obviously, it hasn't done well, and the jury's out whether that one will do well in the future. But overall, lesson learned is that Star Wars helmets, Marvel helmets are proving safe investments for LEGO investors. This year, we've got the Mandalorian helmet, we've got the Darth Vader helmet, we've got the Luke Red 5 helmet, we've got the Dark Trooper helmet. Will one of those retire? If they do, it's looking like it will be a safe investment. So I will be investing in one of those if they are on the retirement list. Marvel, on the other hand, the only one that comes to my mind so far that's still available is the Venom helmet. I might just be forgetting an obvious one, but right now I think it's just Venom. So if Venom does retire as well, I would say that would be equally safe investment for this year. Okay, so now lesson number 2. Now lesson number 2 is that LEGO football theme sets make good investments. Now at the end of 2022 we said goodbye to 2 LEGO football sets. We said goodbye to Old Trafford, which is Manchester United's home stadium, and we said goodbye to Camp Nou, which is Barcelona's home stadium. Now these are big football stadiums that had expensive recommended retail prices, but they have both done well. Now in the UK, the Old Trafford Stadium was an exclusive to John Lewis and had a recommended retail price of £244.99. As it was exclusive to John Lewis, the maximum discount you could get, and it was normally about 20%, but it's selling well. Now if we head over to eBay, we can have a look that it is selling on average after fees for about £380 to £400. So if you paid the retail for it, or if you paid the £200 discounted price, you'd be netting almost 100% return on investment if you bought that set. So Camp Nou, on the other hand, that one had a retail of £289.99 in the UK, and if we head on to eBay, that is selling for about £260 to £270. So if you paid the full RRP for the Camp Nou, you would be making a slight loss. But while I have made a point to mention these in this lessons video, is basically that Camp Nou stadium was heavily discounted to £173.99 on LEGO's official website for a good few weeks, if not months. So if you paid that £173.99 price point, and now you were selling it for £260 to £270, you'd be making almost £100, which probably equates to about 50-60% return on investment within a few months from when you bought it. So for me, that represents a great opportunity for buying LEGO football sets in the future. Now we've only currently got one more LEGO football stadium available, which is Real Madrid's home ground. I expect that to retire this year. Now I'm still unsure whether to invest in that one. I will only invest in it if it does get heavily discounted like the Camp Nou. But obviously, with regards to these football stadiums, it's where you're based is very important. Old Trafford is doing so well in the UK because Manchester United play in the Premier League, and Camp Nou's not doing so well, but that's because it's a La Liga team based in Spain. So it'd be interesting to see how that Camp Nou set is selling in Spain. I wouldn't be surprised if it is selling more than it is in the UK. But while we've only got one football ground that's retiring this year, we do have football brickheads. We have the Barcelona brickheads and we have the Manchester United brickheads. Now these do excite me. I will be investing in these if they are rumoured to retire this year. I just feel that looking at them on screen now, if you can get these discounted, hopefully they go to another store apart from just being exclusive to LEGO. If you can get these discounted, I feel that these are very giftable and I feel they'll make good investments. But essentially, I just wanted to point out that I have learnt that LEGO football sets make good investments. Okay, so lesson number 3. Now, lesson number 3 is pay attention to LEGO space sets. Now, we saw 2 great high-profile LEGO space sets retire at the end of 2022, those being the Ideas International Space Station and the Creator Expert / Icons Saturn V. Now, I'm happy to report that both of those space sets are doing exceedingly well. They have blasted off when it comes to making money for LEGO investors. Now, Saturn V in the the UK, it had a recommended retail of £104.99, and it was an exclusive to Amazon. It was quite an interesting set because it originally came out many years ago under the Ideas theme, and then it had a short shelf. I think it was out for about 2 to 3 years, but then it had a short hiatus where it went away into early retirement, and then it came out repackaged as a Icons theme set. So overall, it probably had a shelf life for about 4 to 5 years. And has that impacted profits or return on investment for the set? No, it hasn't. If you head over to eBay, this set is selling for about 170 to 190 post fees. So even if you paid the retail for this set, you would still be netting an 80 to 90% return on investment, and that is if you paid retail. And we're talking about that so we're talking about that gain, return on investment, in a matter of weeks. I mean, this thing has appreciated in value remarkably quickly. And as this one was exclusive to Amazon, it wasn't discounted on Amazon too much, but you could occasionally get it for £10 to £15 off. But the real winner would be if you bought this directly from Lego and basically benefited from netting cashback, VIP points, and gift with purchases. And if you did that and really dropped the cost of this one, you'd be doing amazing right now, and you'd probably be smiling a hell of a lot because this thing has really took off quite quickly. Now, the other space set that I mentioned was the International Space Station, part of the Ideas theme. And as I said, in the UK, this one had a recommended retail price of £60, and it was a retail exclusive to Argos. Now we head over to eBay and see how that one's doing. It's probably selling after fees for about 75 to 85, sitting about £80. Now, while that doesn't seem too impressive because its retail was 60, and if you paid the retail of 60 and it's only netting you after fees about 80, while that is good and will beat most other investing opportunities out there, it's not too great. But why I want to pay attention, highlight this particular set, is that in the UK, this set was discounted from Argos stores for about £40, and it was at £40 for a good few weeks, if not at least a month, and it never went out of stock. You could have bought this thing for £40, and if you did buy that £40, you'd be netting a nice 100% return on investment very, very quickly. So both of those space sets have done really well. So Elon Musk is doing something right, maybe not on Twitter, but for space, he's doing good things. Now, I wanted to bring your attention to these space sets because this year, or as I should say, currently on the shelves, we still have a couple more high-profile space sets. We have the Creator Lunar Lander, which in the UK is exclusive to Smiths, and we have the very impressive Discovery Space Shuttle. Now, again, if any of those sets are on the retirement list, these previous space sets that have just retired have suggested that these two in the future might do quite well as well. So I just wanted to highlight that that if you are interested in space sets, that those are two that you should potentially consider investing in this year. Okay, lesson number 4. Now, lesson number 4 is that Star Wars dioramas have potential, so pay attention to them. Now, we have seen one diorama retire already, and that is the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber, but 3 dioramas remain on the shelves into 2023, and those are the Trench Run, the Trash Compactor, and the Jedi Training. Now, as I said, I believe these dioramas have potential, and I only say potential because the Meditation Chamber is the first diorama to retire, and while it's done okay, it hasn't set the world alight in these first few weeks post-retirement. Now, in the UK, the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber retailed at £59.99, and it was an exclusive to Argos. The best discount you could get, or at least what I can recall, was that it was discounted to £48. So retail 60, best discount for about 48. So now we head over to eBay. You can see right now this thing is selling for about 80 to 90, so after fees, etc., you're probably netting at 75 to 80 per meditation chamber sold. So if you paid the retail for this, you'd probably be netting, even now, about 33% return on investment, which is great. And if you paid that £48 price point, which was the lowest, as I said, that I can recall this thing was discounted to, you would be making a nicer return on investment. I can't think of the calculation straight away, but it looks anything from 50 to 50 to 70% you'd net if you paid 48 and now sold it for about 75 to 80. So these things definitely have potential. Now, I will definitely be following the price trends of the meditation chamber, and that's not only because I own 10 of them, but I think it will give a great insight to what the potential of the other 3 dioramas contain. And as I said, they could be good. They do tick a lot of Lego investing boxes for me. They're collectible. They've got nice displayability. They suit the adult market, but could be good for children as well. So dioramas have potential. So lesson number 4 is pay attention to them. Okay, and lastly, lesson number 5. Now, lesson number 5 also is a reminder that it is something I'm guilty of, and it is a theme that I neglect, and that is the creator 3-in-1 theme. And the lesson being that this theme can be a dark horse and contain some hidden gems. Now, if you do ignore this theme, that I sometimes do, it can be your downfall, because as I said, you could be missing out on some great sets. And a couple sets I want to bring to your attention that have really just exploded in price quite quickly, and those sets are the 3-in-1 Ferris wheel. Now, this one in the UK had a recommended retail of £79.99. Now, we head over to eBay right now. It's only selling for about 112, so you probably net about 95 to 100. So if you paid the retail, that obviously this wouldn't be a great return on investment. It would be about £20, which isn't bad, about 20%, but that wouldn't be great. But what I want to bring attention to this set is that it was heavily discounted. You could have got this set for about £55 on numerous occasions throughout its shelf life, and if you did pay that £55 price point and we're now selling it for 112 on eBay after fees, etc., you're making a great return on investment. So that's one set I wanted to bring your attention to. And another is a surprising entry. It's the Crocodile 3-in-1 set. Now, this one had a recommended retail of £24.99. Now, if I recall, this one was a retail exclusive. I can't recall precisely, but I think it might have been Tesco's. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but as I said, this one had a cheap retail of £24.99. If we head over to eBay, this thing is selling for about 50 to 52. Now, obviously after fees, you're probably netting about 45. So if you paid 25 and now selling it for 45, you'd be making a great return on investment straight away. But one thing to point out with regards to this Crocodile set is that if you look at the dates of the sets sold, not many have these sets have sold for that higher price point, so you wouldn't be able to offload a lot of these very quickly to make that great gain. But it definitely looks like a slow but great set, great seller. Okay, so there we go. Now that's 5 lessons of Lego investing that 2022 has taught me. Now, thank you so much for watching the video, and if you've learned any of these lessons as well, or if you did buy any of the sets that I've highlighted in this video, then please comment below. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and see you soon.